What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. I hope you guys are having a great day wherever you're from, any part of the world. And in today's video, guys, I'm going to be reading some hot takes from you guys that you guys have sent in. A few weeks ago, I posted a little Instagram story stating you guys sharing your hot takes about the car scene, about the car community, about cars in general. So if you guys are cool with that and down for that, then smash that like button, take a seat, grab some food, and let's go over some of these hot takes. And yes, guys, the Del Sol is right there, chilling, ready for this season. Hopefully, fingers crossed, everything goes well. But, you know, just gotta wait and see. All right, so we're gonna kick it off with the first hot take here. Let me know if you guys agree. It says, underglow and stickers aren't a build. Now, to me personally, I agree, it's not a build. I feel like I don't even have to explain this. Underglow and stickers, like, come on, guys, that's not a build. I think we all know that as car people, come on. Moving on to the next one. The next hot take, someone said, cars shouldn't be about clout. And I agree with this 110%. I get it, you know, everybody wants to be the next big thing or wants to go viral and all this stuff. But honestly, this whole clout, doing things and all these wild stuff for clout, it's old, it's really cheesy, and also it can be very dangerous. You have people that like are so desperate for clout, risking their life just to get viral, and it's not worth it. Clout is a huge drug in today's car scene, and it's getting wild. Like, people need to really chill out, guys. You'll get viral on your own. Honestly, you can't force being viral or force getting clout. It's something that just happens. You do something because you love it genuinely, not to, you know, get views and stuff like that. That's not what being in the car scene is all about. So I definitely agree with that hot take. So this person said, everyone thinks their opinions are correct. You become morons, you're not special. I agree with this. There's a lot, and I'm pretty sure you guys have seen this too in the car community, where everyone thinks like they're Mr. Know-It-All or Mrs. Know-It-All, where, you know, their knowledge or what they say goes, or what they heard from someone else. The keyboard warriors, the online mechanics that we see all over TikTok, over Instagram, all over social media, where everybody thinks that they're correct, everybody thinks they're right for some reason. I don't understand why. Everything that we say is not always fact or as it is, it's the truth. We don't know everything, but a lot of people out there really believe that they know all the answers, which is totally just, you're fooling yourself. Even like at meets around, you see people talking about certain things about cars that they absolutely don't know what they're talking about, or they don't know about that certain model of car, but they speak as if they know. But no, I absolutely agree with this hot take. There's way too much people like this that we have seen, or we all have known at least one person or seen somebody like this, and honestly, it's just toxic. Yeah, that's a hot take, that is true. All right, so next hot take, guys. Someone wrote, base model cars can still be modified well. Stop telling people to up the trim. Now, this, I agree to a certain extent. It depends on what brand of car. Like, we know any car can be modified. It just comes down to who has the most money to burn, pretty much. But however, some cars are in fact easier than some to build. But I do agree if it's like something, whereas if, okay, you buy the GTI and someone tells you just get the Golf R. Yes, we get it. The Golf R is a better car, but the GTI is still a very good platform to make power on, or to modify in general. Yes, I agree. You do not have to get the top of the line of the trim in order to, you know, just for bragging rights or whatever it is like that, or just to make power or whatever. Yeah, sure. Is it cool to have like top of the line trim? Sure, yes, of course it is. But however, not everyone can afford that. Not everyone is looking for that. Not a lot of people can get that, right? So they got to make do with what they have. Now, I'm not saying you have to go out there and go buy a Prius now and start modifying it. No, that's not what I'm saying. If your first car is like something doesn't have a wide aftermarket support or a big community, let's say like you go out and buy like a Chevy Impala, like, obviously I would say just don't bother modifying it, because, well, there's not much out there and there's not much potential that it has. So for that, I'd understand if someone says, yeah, just get something a little bit better, or something better that you can modify and get more modification out of and performance or whatever you're looking for. But if you have a decent car, like, you know, you have like a Miata or whatever, you have like a Civic, and someone tells you, oh, get the Type R or you know, something else, or you got a Subaru WRX and someone tells you get the STI. I get it, like yes, it would be better to get the top of the line trim, it would be better to get that. You don't have to do that, and you can just make use with what you have. So don't feel the need that you have to up trim or get the highest, you have to get the Hellcat and not like the Scat Pack or whatever it is. You get what you can afford. Don't break your wallet just to please people that you don't even know. So yeah, to answer this hot take, I pretty much say it really depends on what car we're talking about, but for the most part, yeah, I agree with what you mean. All right guys, so for the next hot take, somebody wrote, most people have been getting cars as an accessory instead of actually enjoying the hobby. And we see this, I've seen this quite a few times, where some people they just buy cars for the sake of just buying them. They don't really enjoy cars, they just buy them. But at the same time, a lot of people can buy cars, a lot of cars and stuff like that, and it may come off that it's like, oh, it's just you know, as accessories, but they genuinely just love so many different cars to where they just want to own them all. So with this one, I can agree and I can disagree. This one's kind of like 50-50 because it really depends on the person, especially like this whole like era where cars became like a trend, where people are just like, you know, yeah, I'm into cars, but they're not really into cars. They buy these cars, but they're not really genuinely into cars. So I get what you mean with that. Pretty much depends on like where their head is at. Like, are they actually in it to enjoy cars, or are they just getting this car because, you know, it's just to get it? So next hot take, somebody wrote, excessive camber is stupid. I agree. When it's to the point where it's, you know, it's like almost like fully horizontal, it's like, come on. Like at that point, it's like there's no tire really touching the roads, it's not making any contact. Like at that point, it becomes a hazard. Now I do like camber up to a certain extent. Like for instance, for the Del Sol, I am gonna run camber, but not crazy. Probably like max is like negative like 5, maybe 4 or something like that. Just a little like slight camber. I'm not looking for anything that's like crazy to the point where you have to be doing like a million 3-point turns or whatever, 20-point turns just to turn your car around and stuff like that. Pretty much when it becomes a real like hazard to just like get around your day-to-day like roads and stuff like that, that's when that's, you know, you should really just be careful, because it's really coming to a point where it's a safety hazard. On the other hand, like, you know, some decent amount of camber is a really good thing. It looks super sick. There's some stance cars that have like a nice like good range of camber that looks super sweet. I'm all for that, but yes, excessive camber, absolutely disgusting. Like at that point, it looks bad, you're putting yourself at danger and people around you. So I mean, you can't be surprised when you get pulled over and stuff like that. So yes, I agree with this hot take. Excessive camber is just not my style. Okay, another hot take. Mercedes-Benz is better than BMW. Well, I'm gonna disagree with that hot take. Honestly, I personally think BMW is better than Mercedes. Like I'm not a huge fan of either one of them. I'm not really a huge Euro guy, but if I had to choose, I would say BMW is better, just because, I don't know, their cars are just a lot more popular, especially among like the Euro scene. You see more BMWs than Audis and Mercedes in general. So I would say BMW is actually more better, if that makes sense. I don't really agree with this hot take. I think BMW is the better buy in my opinion. So next hot take, let's go. Somebody wrote, the fast to slow car scale is way out of whack. A 12-second car is not slow, in my opinion. Now, I agree with this hot take 110%. People think that you need to have a 10-second car or less to be considered a fast car, or man, that car is quick. And not only in the whole quarter-mile thing, it's just horsepower in general. Like they think 300 horsepower is now slow, or 500 horsepower is not enough, it's unimpressive. Where are you guys coming up with this? A lot of these people haven't even been inside of a 400 horsepower car, yet alone a 300 horsepower car and way up like that, or 500 horsepower. If you guys have really ever been inside a car with that much power, like you guys would be like, it's damn fast. 300 horsepower inside of a light Honda ain't slow. That's gapping cars that have 100 horsepower more. People don't understand power to weight. where a car can have less horsepower but still gap a car that just has straight out power. But this hot take I can really go on and on and on about, because it's actually so true that this whole like power scaling has gone completely out of whack. All right guys, so I'm gonna do this last hot take for this video. I'm definitely gonna do more if you guys enjoy these, but final hot take that I'm gonna do for this video, someone wrote, "The passion for cars should never be a competition. I'm sick of the comparison." And I 100% agree with this. This is probably one of the biggest problems in the car scene today, is where everyone is just comparing themselves or comparing their cars to someone else. You build your car just for you. Yes, we want, you know, a little bit of like validation from you know, people on the road or at meets, just, you know, to talk good about our builds and stuff. I get that. But when it comes down to a point now, you're owning a car just to impress somebody else, or you're owning a car just to compete with somebody else, and it's not even like a competition type of thing, like, that's just sad. Probably one of the biggest toxic stuff about the scene is a lot of people are comparing. I've seen this even at like car meets and stuff, where people are walking up to people that have like the same car as them and just talking a bunch of like, you know, garbage about the person's car and comparing it to theirs and all this stuff, or their buddies. And it's like, we gotta stop with this. That's just old, man, and childish. We need to start like just being better as a community in general, because this has been a cancer in the scene for, I don't know, for a good long while now, and it only seems to get worse and worse every single like year that goes by. But I agree with this hot take. It's definitely something that will ruin the fun of you building your car if you're trying to compare it to someone else. You're trying to compare your car to someone on Instagram, comparing it to someone on TikTok, or a YouTuber or some type of influencer, or someone that you see online. That's why they say comparison is the thief of all joy, because as long as you're comparing yourself to someone else, that joy will not be in you. You will be joyful when you're just staying in your own lane and just focusing on working on your car and doing what makes you happy, and leave it as that. Anyway guys, that's pretty much all the hot takes I'm going to be doing for this video. Let me know if you guys want more. I will do another hot takes video. If you enjoyed this video, please smash that like button, give it a fat thumbs up, subscribe. Let me know in the comments down below what are your hot takes, or if you agree with any of these hot takes or disagree with them. Let me know in the comments down below. I want to see what you guys think. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out, stay humble, stay blessed. Peace.